This is Marty. He's really he's an empath. He feels everything that the people around him feel. That's what I think. So he probably thinks I'm nervous, so he's whining. My dad was in a band, and I would fall asleep as a kid at his band practices. And I loved that feeling of falling asleep to the really loud music that his dude friends were playing. What was your first tape?
Neil Young's Freedom. First CD was KLF.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Sade was my second. I mean, that kind of describes their whole musical
KLF and Sade.
career. The KLF record, Night of the Furies, the Sade record.
I know, like it totally actually does, and that sounds ridiculous, but that explains everything to me, like from your perspective. My first tape was Run DMC, and my first CD was The Cure, All Mixed Up, which was a remix by this DJ Mark Saunders in the UK. I loved that so much. I played it constantly because I loved The Cure's Disintegration. I had that on tape. We don't have to live in the same town, but it makes it easier when we can be creative together in the same room. It's easier for us to live near each other. So for right now, New York City is a pretty fun place to live.
Yeah, just kind of make a decision, make changes. Changes are good. I think when you get too comfortable with an instrument is when you kind of lose your ability to write things that make you feel good. So I wrote Night of the Furies based on a keyboard and bass patterns, and the last two records I just kind of went for a giant like orchestral feel, and I would write them with an acoustic or a drums. In this process that I'm in now, I've been trying to find this feeling, and that's why I moved up here, because I had an old piano in this practice space that we were at. And I've been working on these old songs for like a year, just trying to finish them out, because they got like amazing drum parts or amazing string sections, and I'm just like, wow, this should be like the most ornate, beautiful thing. And I would just get in there and just try to kill it and just feel terrible about it. And I didn't know if that was because they weren't good or because I was in a weird place. And then one morning I woke up and I was like, I can't do this. I can't try to beat these songs to death.
Yeah.
And so I just sat in there on the piano, which I'm not really good at playing the piano. And then all of a sudden it was like, whoa, this feels good. So I usually just kind of sing whatever, just to kind of catch a melody. And then I'll write a draft and give it to Kelly.
We usually take the melody, and he usually has some really brilliant images to feel right with the song. So the lyrics I might write are just kind of to me, what feels like a natural variation of what's already happening. It's natural for me to have never thought that I would be a musician, because I didn't until you made me be in the band. But you had to have known that you had a good voice.
Yeah, I mean, I was forced to go to church as a kid, and then I always remember there would be like one song I like, and I'd be like, man, that's good. I can sing that hook part. And I remember like the preacher one time was like, get up here and sing, and I was like, no way, I'm out. I'm not going back to church. Till I realized I could. Yeah. People. Till I realized I could sing like all Depeche Mode's Violator.
That's when you.
Or the outfield when I was in middle school. I was like, yeah, I could probably do this. I don't know.
Better leave that in there.
I'm fighting off a cough, and all it takes is a little tickle.
That's awesome. So I could probably make a case. This is weird. It's not to me, but I could probably make a pretty far out case for the Rosebuds sounding like KLF, The Cure,
Tom Petty,
Neil Young,
Sade,
and Run DMC.
And the Ventures, if we're going to talk about that.
And Depeche Mode, and the Ventures. And your mom's band, and my dad's old rock band.
Which is the same we're ultimately going for.
Right.